Hey everybody, welcome back to the first episode of 2024. I feel so corny saying that. Well, it wasn't really corny. I guess it is 2024.
It's
The
just
new year.
normal.
The first episode of this year. There we go. That was the corny part. Okay. We are excited to be recording today and talking to you guys again. I know that we had a very great Christmas and New Year's. Hope you all did as well. We went to, let's see, your family Christmas Eve.
My family was Christmas Eve, and then that night we drove to her family in Charleston through the night. So we left at like 9:30ish and got there 2:30.
2:30 in the morning, Christmas morning.
2:30 Christmas morning, went to sleep.
No, you went to sleep. I stayed up until like 6 a.m. with my mom. She was still wrapping presents and everything, so I was helping her. It was fun.
Her mom didn't sleep for like 48 hours. It was insane. Because
Yeah.
the Christmas Eve night, or not, the day before Christmas Eve night.
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, some would say. Excuse our dog
Reggie.
Reggie. He has found a squeaker and he loves it. He loves it.
He usually takes the squeakers out of the toy and just destroys the whole toy.
Yeah, and which he's working on that right now. It's pretty destructive what he's doing. Just cool.
He ate a remote this past weekend. Tore apart the remote.
Chunk out the motherboard. It was awesome. Really great. But no, Christmas Eve night, her mom was babysitting and was up all night because the baby wouldn't sleep. And then Christmas Eve night, when we got there, she was up, didn't sleep again.
At all. Like, just kept going. I don't know how.
And was just powering through.
I got like 1 or 2. Well, no, actually I slept the whole way home in the car, but
Yeah, she got about 4 hours in the car, and then maybe an hour or two nap, I guess you would say, that morning. And then she was good. We stayed
Back
down
up
there.
again.
Stayed down there until the 30th. 30th. Yep, drove back the 30th, and then went to the murder mystery party at your friend's house.
my best friend's house. We did murder mystery. He didn't participate.
I did
in
not
that.
participate.
He was watching football.
We were watching Packers Vikings. Packers laid the smack down on the Vikings on New Year's Eve.
Football is life. They put the TV on just for him.
Mm-hmm.
Before the party, he's like, "Are they gonna have football on?"
I had to
I
make,
can
I had to
ask,
make
and
sure.
they were like, "Yeah, we'll put it on for him."
I had to make sure. But yeah, it was cool.
Fun.
Did
We
that.
played. What was the game we played?
It was Amish marbles. Amish marbles, and neither one of us had ever played. I don't know if any of you all have played Amish marbles, but if you don't know the rules, they sound completely made up. Like all the rules sound like that they had just been like made up on the spot. But it was so much fun, just like getting frustrated and laughing. It was pretty awesome. We played for like an hour. Like the game lasted an hour.
It's kind of like Trouble. I didn't remember how to play Trouble, so I didn't understand it first. But it's kind of like Trouble, if you know that game. But it's like a circular board, and you have these 2 dice, and then these like big marble things.
Yeah,
But it was fun.
it was super fun.
I think we were there till like almost 2 in the morning on
Yeah.
accident because we were just playing and having fun, drinking sparkling grape juice. Well, I think I had it. You didn't have it.
I did not have it.
I was like, I feel like I'm like 10 years old again. But that stuff was actually kind of good. It was just lots of fun. And then the next day we had, well, New Year's Day.
New Year's Day.
We had
Watched the college football games, college football playoffs. Any college football fans out there, playoff games were awesome. Playoff games were awesome.
I bet a lot of people lost some money, but like you,
I did. I lost money.
on some bets. But it was fun. We went to his.
Actually, I came out on top. I came out.
Wait, what?
I came out plus.
How? I thought you lost.
I put $25 and spread it around, and I end up coming out in plus.
That's news to me. I thought you were done after the first game.
Yeah, well, I lost one bet, but we won a lot of
Okay.
bets.
So it was multiple bets. Okay.
Multiple bets.
I don't understand the whole sports betting thing. I don't know how it works, but
If
whatever.
you have a gambling problem, please call the gambling hotline. Don't get carried away. Only bet what you can afford to lose, but it's fun.
Well, don't you like start with a certain amount and then you just kind of keep that amount?
Yeah. I've had the same amount in my account since the beginning of the year, and it was just like won and lost with that. So no new money coming out of the bank account.
Who knew this would be a podcast about sports?
Yeah,
Football betting
we're now a
specifically.
Christ-centered sports gambling podcast. If you have any sports gambling questions, put them in the comments.
We need
I'll
a
get
new
back to
name.
you.
For Christ's sake, stop gambling.
For Christ's sake, throw a parlay together.
Oh my gosh. But it was fun. We made buffalo chicken dip like 10 times to bring to different little get-togethers.
And it was a hit at every place. It was
Yeah.
really good.
He did really good.
Really good. I'm a beast.
Yeah.
I'm a beast with the buffalo chicken dip. 5 ingredients. Super
Reggie,
good. Hey,
get
buddy.
up.
Buddy,
Sorry, guys.
we can't do this, buddy.
He's playing his instrument for y'all.
Help.
This is his toy right now. Okay. He has the short. He's trying to get the tennis ball out of the top of it. Clearly. Oh, and there's like another ball inside, but that's the squeaky part. We're not about to do that, Reggie. Oh, you're gonna need to find another toy, dude.
Hey, boy.
Well, he's
Welcome to
just
the podcast.
Yeah. Well, I just threw it behind something. He's either gonna go crazy or find another toy. He's so cute. He's gotten so big. I don't know
Hey, buddy.
when the last time y'all have seen him is. I show him on my Instagram like every day. This is another toy he completely destroyed. This is one of his first toys, but he loves to lay his head on toys to sleep, so whatever. I just let him keep that. But yeah, we went over to his coach's house New Year's Day and spent the whole day there. And then I had to work on Tuesday, so yeah, that was fun. I had to get back to sleeping. I was so tired. I did not want to get up for work. The holidays just like throw you off, but they're fun. Like I wish it was a holiday every day. But then would it feel like a holiday? Probably not.
Probably not.
I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So today we want to talk about. You can tell them.
Yeah, we want to talk about. Well, everyone has like New Year's resolutions, whether you have them or not. You've definitely heard about them, but we want to talk about like New Year's resolutions with the Spirit and with God, and it's basically the same thing as just a normal New Year's resolution. Some people have a New Year's resolution to go to the gym 5 times a week, eat better, whatever it is. Well, it's the same concept just with Christ. So, like, for example, my New Year's resolution with Christ is to pray every single day. That's mine. Do you have one?
No, I don't have one. I can try to think of one. I don't have like a regular resolution either. I feel like I just am terrible at those.
Yeah, and it's a lot like
think.
regular New Year's resolutions. Like I don't generally make regular New Year's resolutions, but I think it's a really cool practice and a really good thing to do because it kind of gives you like a goal for the year, like something to work towards in your walk with Christ. So it's not a stagnant, just same old, go to church, read your Bible, and kind of go in and out of that throughout the whole year. You have something like I'm emphasizing prayer. I'm trying to pray every single day, and it's a goal to work towards.
Ooh, I just thought of something.
What is it?
I just read something about, it was on Facebook, but it was like someone had wrote this thing about Daniel and how he prayed consistently, and we just kind of, pray when we need something or pray randomly, but he prayed consistently, and it was talking about like getting in your prayer closet. I don't even know if it said that. I think I might be making it up. I don't know. But, sitting down and like actually praying, not just like, okay, Lord, thank you for this day. Can you please make me get an A on my exam? Like, not like that. But like, consistently praying with a purpose and like getting in your prayer closet, being like a prayer warrior. And I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, but I just thought of Daniel,
Yeah,
the thing I just saw about him.
that's cool. And just because prayer is the example, what kind of brought about this is we're doing like a devotion together. I'm going through the book of Revelation because it has a lot of applications for the world that's going on right now, which is kind of crazy to think about. But one of the symbols in Revelation was that there was a like his vision of heaven. What do you need?
Do you have your phone?
Yeah.
I wanted to look the thing up. We're recording on my phone, so I can't look it up. I gotta look this up. You go ahead.
But one of the symbols was that there were 24 elders in heaven, and they had bowls full of incense, and it was the prayers of the followers of Jesus. And so that kind of brought about like, wow, we always say Jesus hears our prayers, but that's like a real like symbol. Like they have our prayers up there, and they're all heard. So, and not even like, oh, I need this, oh, I want this, God, please. Like it's not like a Santa wish list.
Yeah.
Just like,
Even though we're guilty of it, like I do that all the time.
no doubt.
I do that all the time.
But it's more of a, God, thank you for putting me in this position. God, give me vision, discernment on what I should do. Guide me, stuff like that. Just that's what I'm kind of going for. Just like growing my faith in God.
And have like more intentional prayer, I guess. Okay, you gotta read this. I found it, guys.
You're not going to read it?
No, I'm terrible at reading that stuff. You know that.
Okay. So this says, in the Old Testament, Daniel stood strong and trusted God when he was thrown into a den of hungry lions. To me, it's interesting to think about why Daniel was so confident in God's protection. When did he learn to trust God? The answer, he didn't learn to trust in the lion's den. Daniel learned in his prayer closet. See Daniel 6:10. His faith wasn't built in the battle. His faith was built when he was on his knees. He had consistently sought after the heart of God. 3 times a day after day, week after week, month after month, he consistently worshiped and sought God. Why is it that we often lack faith? Why are we inconsistent in our relationship with God? It's because Daniel prayed consistently and we pray occasionally. It's not what we do occasionally that makes the difference. It's what we do consistently.
Ooh. See, there was a thing about the prayer closet. Like,
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. And I think that's important for everything, like being consistent. I know I kind of struggle with that, like posting on social media, with the podcast. I'm terrible at that. Sorry, guys. But just being consistent in everything, but especially like the most important thing is, with your faith and stuff. He found the toy, and let me go put this up.
Welcome to our podcast. This is awesome. It's being loud, but
this is real life, guys. Real life.
yeah.
And look at our fuzzy little thingies. I'm starting to die of heat stroke, but they're like Snuggies, but they're Sherpa lined.
Awesome.
He got it at the White Elephant thing. And
I got
stole
this
it.
one, by the way. She stole it, and then I had to buy this on Amazon.
Okay, but that one is longer, so it fits you better anyway, so it's fine.
So some could say it worked out for the best.
But I mean, I stole it, so.
But no, talking about consistency, that's one of the big things with regular New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
Data and studies of them show that like 90% of people don't end up following through on them, and like over 50% of people don't make it out of the first month. So I mean, that's pretty
crazy.
astounding, because a lot of people have New Year's resolutions about their health, about stuff like that, which is really, really important to like your human body. And 90% of people aren't fulfilling their New Year's resolution. Well, when we think about that, like, it's important to have your health and have your body okay. Well, how much more important is the spiritual side of things? Mm-hmm. So if you're making spiritual New Year's resolutions, how can we not be in the 90% that don't keep are New Year's resolutions. And I think the most important thing is consistency. Figuring out a routine that you don't break and you follow no matter what and are able to follow no matter what. If you say, oh, I'm going to pray 5 or 6 times a day, but you know that a lot of days you're super busy and you have to work double shifts, that's not a realistic thing to keep. Like, it's hard to be consistent in doing that. So just make sure you build some consistency and have a goal and a resolution to be consistent with.
Yeah, I feel like your spiritual resolutions, like you were saying, most people have the health resolutions. Well, I'm in health school. I'm almost done now, but I'm basically done. But with the program I'm in, health isn't just exercise and eating right. A big part of it is your spiritual side, and that's where a lot of people go wrong, is because they don't, look at the other parts of health. And your spiritual side is huge. And so if you're not right with the Lord, like, your physical health is probably not going to be the best. So if you are trying to reach your health goals, like physical wise and stuff, make sure you prioritize, your spiritual health, because that's really going to make an impact on everything else. Just a little side note.
No, that's good. And just kind of going on, like, what else could you do? I think one thing that is easier now than maybe it had been in the past to keep track of these resolutions is I have someone to hold me accountable. She doesn't know this yet, but she's going to be the one holding me accountable to this.
I was about to ask how we're going to keep each other accountable.
Yeah, just having a partner or a group of friends is even better to make sure that you stay on top of your resolution, whatever it may be.
But even if you don't have a partner, like, we'd love to team up with you, keep you accountable. If you want to, I was thinking about maybe doing a Bible study with y'all on the Bible app. Is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. The Bible app. Just, it's hard. Sometimes we're really lonely. I know I don't really know that many people in Knoxville, so I'm personally, like, lonely besides Trey and a couple other people. But I would love to just team up and even do that with you guys who maybe don't have people to keep you accountable, or if you want accountability on something else as well, feel free to message us on Instagram at For Christ's Sake. Is it For Christ's Sake or For Christ's Sake's podcast?
That was a you thing. I don't know.
I don't even know my own Instagram. One of those two, guys. You'll find it.
I think if you look up For Christ's Sakes, and it'll come up.
Yeah, For Christ's Sake. You can find it. But just message us on there. He doesn't do anything with that. I do. So message me on there. If you have something for him, you can tell me too. But and would love to just team up with you guys and help y'all be accountable in the spiritual sense this year, and see how all of us can really grow our faith for 2024. And it's not just something just for this year, but it starts with this year, and it's something that hopefully we'll just build on the rest of our lives. And yeah, there's seasons of faith where you go up and down, but I feel like that was good. Like, the accountability thing would just kind of help you keep going, because I know it's hard to be motivated by yourself sometimes, and I'm sure if y'all have kids, it's even crazier. But I mean, even just being on your own is hard. So
no doubt. And I think being consistent and being held accountable are the two biggest things for keeping your regular New Year's resolutions or your spiritual New Year's resolutions, because everyone's heard the saying the longest journey in life begins with a single step, or something to that effect. And if you think about it, say you're trying to climb Mount Everest. Well, there's a path, you have guides that'll take you up there. Some people's steps may be long, some people's steps may be short. Mine happen to be long.
Sounds like you do.
Yeah, my steps are long. Other people's may be shorter. But if you keep taking step after step consistently, and have someone beside you being like, hey, don't give up. We're going to make it. It doesn't matter how big or small your steps are. You're going to make it to the top of the mountain. And so that's kind of the way that I think about things is you have this, big end goal of growing closer to God or being more faithful in your walk with Christ. Well, break it down into smaller things. And each step along the way will get you closer and closer.
That's good. So how, besides an accountability partner, how do you think, what do you think are other ways to be consistent and really follow through?
I think the first and foremost, what helps me is writing it down somewhere where you're going to see it over and over and over again. Because you can't ignore the sticky note on your computer if you're on your computer, working, and you have a sticky note right there that says spiritual New Year's resolution, pray every single day. You can't ignore that. Like it's right there staring you in the face. You have to make an active choice to ignore that. I think that's a good one.
Oh, even like setting a timer on your phone,
That was what I was about to
like
say.
a reminder on your phone or something.
We mentioned having like a routine or schedule.
Yeah.
Like for me, I have a planned period at school. I can use a portion of that to sit in prayer. That works for me. Setting a timer to go off every single day. If you have that schedule reminding you, hey, you got to pray today. Spend some time in prayer.
So
That's
what
good.
is, I'm curious, are you, as your thing of prayer, is it just like once a day? Like do you have is it 5 times a day, once a day, or is it just like intentional prayer? Like what is the...
Yeah, I want to spend intentional time in prayer at least once a day.
Okay.
At least once a day.
Because you're supposed to have, what is it, like SMART goals? Have you heard of that?
I don't know.
Like measurable goals.
The only thing that I've heard
That's what I've
is
heard.
your goals have to be like quantifiable. Like you can't you
Yeah.
can't say like
That's what I was looking for.
I want to be healthier this year. Like
Yeah.
by what metric are you healthier? Does that mean you're just going to have a better diet? How are you going to have a better diet? Like, by what metric are you measuring this? Well, for me, I want to be in intentional prayer at least one time a day.
Yeah, that's good. I was sitting here yawning.
It's about her
Sorry,
bedtime.
guys.
We're recording this a little late. It looks like it's close to Reggie's bedtime too.
Yeah, he's probably mad that I took his toy away. I know, I need to kind of figure out something. I feel like, so we are closing on our new house in around 30 days. Don't have an exact date, but yeah, we're going to have to start packing up. I packed some of my clothes up, but that's as far as I've gotten. So we'll do that. It's only like 20 minutes away from where we're at now, but still, we got a whole house to move. And I feel like when I get in the new house, I mean, I could start now, but we don't really have a closet. But I do kind of want to try a prayer closet. Like I had a roommate in college who did that and just put, and I've seen it on like Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and they just put, different sticky notes up or have like a prayer wall of people they're praying for, what they're praying for, and you've kind of inspired me maybe to pray more. Or I also got all of these things. All these different devotionals, because I like having something physical in front of me that I can look at and not be distracted by my phone and just, read a little thing. These are from the Daily Grace Co. And I just did one on Ruth that my friend gave me and really enjoyed it. But I like having something physical in front of me. So, and then it asks questions at the end. Like, it tells you a little okay, let me try again. Tells you what to read, and then it has a little message, and then you answer questions at the end, and I feel like that works for me. Some people might just like it digitally. I don't know. And some people might not even like devotionals. They might just like reading straight from the Bible. I get confused, so I like something to supplement it with. But I feel like, or my other option would be to do a devotional every day. Or I could do both probably. But I'll have to figure it out to make it my actual spiritual goal this year.
Mm-hmm. And so that's the challenge moving forward is what's your spiritual goal? I want to know, what are we doing? Let's hold each other accountable, find some people, talk with people what are we doing to grow closer to God this year? That's the challenge moving forward.
Yep. starts, just day by day. Don't look at it as a whole year. Just look at it as tomorrow, and then the next day. And if you get off track, don't miss 2 days in a row is something I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
Don't miss 2 days in a row. Things happen. You might miss a day. That's okay. You didn't fail. It's not over with. Like, get back to it the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't miss 2 days. And we're not perfect, so I gotta take that advice too myself. But we're on this journey together, guys.
Mm-hmm. We definitely are. We're all in this together in the kingdom of God.
Yes. Amen. Okay, well, we'll see you guys next time.
See you.